So in this installment, what we're going to do is we've already taken our mold that we had. We've applied clay, basically crushed it out, flattened it, applied it, pressed it, just to try to kind of get some form to the mask. This is probably the easiest way to get a base down that we're going to do our modeling on. And as you see, with a bust, it kind of comes in easy because you can start filling in and figuring out where eye holes are going to be, where your nose is going to be, and everything else. Now, the next step for this is we're just going to take simply a bowl of water, because what we're going to want to do is we're going to start applying water to our to our clay, and kind of smoothing it out. Now, we try to do this just so that way, of course, you're going to have a smoother outline underneath. And you'll see this in a lot of clay work and everything else. Just trying to kind of get everything a bit smoother for when we start creating. Because we're going to end up doing eyebrows, more accentuation on the nose, the mouth, and everything else. But you kind of want to get some water in there. This one's a little bit different of a clay because this is a plastiline. Just something that I started off with on this because it's a non-drying type clay, and also the aspect that I'm not rich, so I can't go out and just keep buying 5 pounds of some of the premium stuff like Monster Clay and everything else. So I figure while I'm doing this version and while I'm doing this mask, I'm going to go ahead and just use something more affordable for me, because I'm not a professional. I am not Leonardo. I am not Auguste Rodin. I am just a guy trying to build his own Krampus mask. So, yep, just using some water, using pressure and everything else to try to kind of get this to smooth out a little bit. But yeah, what I'm using is Sergeant Art Plastilina. 5 pounds. I think it cost me roughly 25 bucks. So not too expensive. Actually, I think it was less than $25. I'd have to check Amazon. But the bust I'm using underneath this is CFX. This is what we use at our haunted house for a bust, and great form, pretty true to size for a human head. They are a little bit pricey, but that's the thing, is you're going to spend a little bit of money. But when I get done with this mask and I start building other stuff and potentially doing other masks, whether it's paper mache, whether it's fiberglass, or any of those, it's always good to have a good form that's true to size. They do make, you'll see a lot of different molds out there. I have one on order from a company, which I'll show in another episode, but never used it before, and ordering on the internet, I don't know exactly what I'm going to get as far as size comparison. They do make different busts for men and for women, because women tend to have a smaller face and more direct features. So this is I kind of went with this one right now to start with because it's a bust that I have. I have another one on order, and then we'll just kind of see how everything works out. So yeah, like I said, this is how it's starting off, and in further episodes you'll be able to see just how far it's coming along. Just basically apply clay, bash it down into sheets, start putting it on, and if you have a good bust, as you see, the eye sockets and everything tend to form out of it. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next episode.